Today, as of only a couple of hours ago, the GPT Store has gone live, and I have it right here in front of me. There are some links, and it's not quite exactly how we thought, but it's pretty close. So we've got this featured section here, and this has this kind of style of GPT that we saw in the leaked images. And we have the categories as we expected from the leak as well: DALL-E, writing, productivity, research and analysis, programming, education, and lifestyle, which is great. And then we have a trending page, which shows us the top 12 trending GPTs. Here are some GPTs that have already had a head start because, of course, you could share GPTs with a link for a while, and these ones have been around for a while. And then there are the standard GPTs made by ChatGPT, which we've had for a while, at least everyone on the Plus user accounts. And then there's different categories here, which I think each also have 12 GPTs per category. So the DALL-E, writing, productivity, all of these have 12 top GPTs per category on the store. And that's it. Anything else you have to find through searching up here in a search. So if I had book and I was searching for that, then I would find the top GPTs related to books. For example, what about if I did meditation? Then I would find something similar, which is great. One of the things I've already noticed, though, is that this store seems to have only launched for personal accounts so far. It doesn't seem to have launched for team plans. And what I mean by that is anyone that has upgraded from the Plus plan to the team plan, either because you're a business or you're sharing an account, if you are on that team plan, you won't have access to the GPT store. And I'll show you what I mean. If I swap over to my team plan account right here, if I go over to where the explore section would usually be, instead of getting the GPT store, we have standard GPTs that have already been released by ChatGPT. If you've recently used, though, any GPTs, they will appear in your recently used section here. So just keep that in mind. OpenAI will probably change this in the future as they roll out the store to all kinds of user accounts. So I'll tell you my first impressions here. Straight away, I think it's obvious that certain GPTs have a strong advantage. Like I mentioned, here are some already existing GPTs that have already had a large number of chats. And I really think that's the main way in which OpenAI are ranking this. And I say that because when you search on the search bar, all of the GPTs, they have a little bubble next to them with a number, 50k plus chats, 1k plus chats. And I'm not quite sure if this is chats or interactions or number of unique users. The bubble makes it seem like a chat, but then I've also tested my own GPTs where I've had many chats, and many of my friends, team members have also used the chats, and there are many more than 10, but currently it says 10. So either that's because there's a delay where this number only gets updated every day, which could be the case, or it's because it's number of unique users. We don't quite know for certain yet, but that's one thing to keep in mind. We're also missing a couple of categories. I think Wes Roth mentioned this in one of his videos, but really we're missing a gaming section here as well. And there are many other sections as well that you could envision being added. And I'm sure we'll probably see those, but the impression that I get is that OpenAI are really going for a minimalist vibe here. You basically have all of these categories, and then of all these categories, you can only see the top 12 in the category. Everything else has to be done by the search feature, which means if you're creating new GPTs, then either you have to be optimized to come across in the search feature. And one of the interesting things here is we don't know how these rankings are happening because it's not in order of chats or interactions. So something else is going on here, and possibly new GPTs will get ranked closer to the top, but we don't know for sure. And so there's an element of trying to work out exactly how to get our GPTs discovered. So a couple of things now that are different from before. When you're trying to attach a website to your builder profile, such that when your name is highlighted and you click it, it takes you to your website, you're gonna have to include a privacy policy. So you should have your website set up, and part of your website should hopefully be a privacy policy. And this is the link that you'll give to OpenAI, which will document everything that you do or intend to do with your GPTs, which they now require for you to make a GPT accessible with a link or publicly. So make sure you have your landing page set up so that when someone likes your GPT and they come to it, you have your other available GPTs ready at a glance on your landing page, any other call to actions that you might want them to take, as well as having your privacy policy in order, ready to attach to any GPTs that you create from now on. With all of this set up properly, you should have it so that your GPT launches like this, everything in order, a link right here, such that when the user clicks it, it will open up your landing page as described, and then your GPT should hopefully work as intended. All right, make me a full summary of Coke, Pepsi, and Monster using returns, past performance, risk analysis, portfolio creation. And then this is going to be another interesting thing that I had to spend some time getting right, and you might have to too. If your GPT is using custom actions and a backend, here we go, talk-to-app.vectabass.com. So you'll notice this is the same domain as my website, which is vectabass.com, www. You'll want to set it up so that you have some way of using your website to host your REST API, whatever it is you're using. That way it means that you'll have a nice URL here when the user is interacting with your bot, rather than some long, messy temporary link given to you for free or by some service provider, wherever it is you're hosting your app on the back end. And there we go. Everything should have worked out now as we want. Everything returned to the user as we expect, all looking good, all of the right information. Our GPT's working great. Thanks for watching till now. Please drop a comment, let me know what you thought of this. If you've got any follow-up questions or want me to make more videos about GPT creation, let me know. And if you enjoyed, like, subscribe, share to whoever is interested in this kind of content, and I'll do my best to make more. See you next time.